What's going on, lychee lovers and phantom lovers? Here in about the next week, I'm going to be doing a shootout on some VR goggles. So let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, now this pair of VR goggles right here, the VR Shincon, I already have this pair of goggles, and as you can see, I paid $17.60 for these goggles. Now these are a very nice, excuse me, a very nice set of VR goggles for the Phantom and the Lychee app. This little front just flips down. You put your phone in, and you turn on the Lychee app, and that's how that works. And you can pull this front cover off, so you can use the phone. I mean your phone camera for landings and takeoffs. Now, the new VR box. These are the Generation 2. As you can see, I've won these on a bid for $9.89. They usually go for about 20 to 25. The phone will load in from the side, and you just slide this little panel over so you can use your camera on your phone for landing and takeoff, which is very nice. I'm just hoping that these goggles are as good as the VR Shincon goggles. And another thing we're going to be looking at once I get those goggles in, we're going to be looking at some VR apps that are very good. Now, right now, I do have the Lychee app. Lychee just sent out the download. I just downloaded the VR mode for the Lychee app for the iOS phone, which is fantastic. I've been waiting days for that, and I know that within a few days from now, there's going to be some updates coming to that too, because I've seen that on the Facebook website. So I'm not going to do that shootout until all the updates for the Lychee app have come in. I have the Lychee app, I have the Cloud Light app, and I have the Drone VR app. Now these two apps cost $9.99 each. They're very good apps. The Cloud Light app just did some updates on it to make it even better than it was before. The Drone VR hasn't done any updates on it for a while, but it's still a good app. But I'm really leaning toward the Lychee app because I will be able to do everything with one app. Unfortunately, last night I did an upgrade on my Phantom 3 on the Phantom and the battery, and for some reason it messed up my battery, so I had to get up this morning and send my battery pack back to DJI. I just got off the phone to them. Everything is cool, though. Hopefully I will have my battery pack back by next weekend, and all the Lychee updates will be in by then too. So we can kind of compare these three apps. I think Lychee's got them because everything is in one app. For the Cloud Light and the Drone VR, you have to have the DJI Go app open. So if you hit the record button on the side of your controller, your video will go and download into the DJI Go app. That's the way I've been doing it. It might do it some other way, but that's just the way I've been doing it. Right now, I can't, since I don't have a flat battery, I can't even test the Lychee app for what they have out now, which I'm really kind of upset about because I wanted to really test that today and get out there and play with that today. But I will wait for the rest of the updates that are coming in, that I know they're coming in, and my flat battery, and then we'll give that the full test. So we'll be looking at all three apps. Right now, I can't open up the Lychee app, or I can't open up the Cloud Light app because I'm not connected to the Phantom. The only one I can open is the Drone VR. And we can take a little look inside that real quick and see how that's going. This is a good app. The reason I like this app is because it has a really good heads-up display, and I do like that because when you are actually banking, it does your little heads display does show that you are banking, which makes it very, very nice. All your telemetry is here, like on the other two apps. But this is a nice app for $9.99. The Cloud Light, like I said, is a very good app too. It just had a bunch of updates that made it a little nicer. Now this app has voice control, so you can tell it to start the video or stop the video. It's pretty nice, but if you're outside and it's a little windy, that does not work very well because your phone is inside the VR goggles. So I went ahead and just shut that off because I couldn't get it to work unless I screamed it. So we can go ahead and close this out. But those are the three apps we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at two pairs of goggles to see which one is easier to put the phone in, set everything up, the quickest to put the quickest to set everything up and get up with your VR goggles. I think the VR box is going to be a little bit faster on that than the VR Shincon is, just for the fact that the phone loads in from the side in a tray, which makes it really nice. And you can pull the tray out real fast and do any kind of changes that you want. So that's going to be a real nice setup. But what I really would like to see from Lychee is, and I know I'm going way out here because I've been bugging the hell out of them about this VR mode for their app in the first place, is I'd like to see them put a heads-up display so I can actually yaw the Phantom to the left or to the right just by turning my head to the left or to the right, and then it would yaw. That would be awesome. These other apps don't have that. That would put Lychee leaps and bounds in front of these other two apps, and I don't have to use the DJI Go app with the Lychee app. So that's what's really going to put that's already has put the Lychee app to me already ahead. So that's what I like about it. But I sure wish I could have got out there and tested that today if I had a flight battery. So that's pretty much all I had. So we'll do the shootout between the two pair of goggles, see which one loads the phone faster, which one has the better view inside once the goggles are all closed up and they're on your head, and then we will take a look at all three apps. But I'm definitely leaning toward the Lychee app as my all-time user because everything is in one app. The FPV, the waypoints, the 360 panorama, the tracking is all in one app. So that's where I'm definitely probably going to be leaning way towards the Lychee app a lot more than I have before. So that's all I have, guys. There you go.